Are you new to NBA 2K or want to refresh you on how to get the best shots possible in the post that forces your opponent to call for double teams that you can take advantage of as well? Well, with this video, I'm going to show you how to dominate down low in NBA 2K21 on current and next gen consoles. So alright, let's get it. Before we begin, for my team, Play Now, Offline, Online, and my league viewers out there, you can do yourself a lot of favors pairing up scoring actions with baked in post-ups if you have a good post-up guy to get the best of both worlds. Take the play 93 punch 25 for example, where the big sets the screen for a 3-point opportunity with a baked in post-up with all the space in the world. First off, to get this out of the way, you will turn around and enter a post-up position by holding the left trigger on your controller. Every move you will attempt will start with holding this button. And to leave the post, you just let go of the left trigger and the player will leave the post and enter into a face-up position, which you only want to utilize when your player hasn't started to dribble yet, so when you turn around, the ball isn't exposed. Facing up after entering the post favors players who can shoot because it forces the defender to either get closer and exposing themselves a little bit to a drive, or risk the player hitting a mid-range J in their face. It also puts slower bigs in an uncomfortable situation, forcing them to defend in space instead of banging down low. Next is learning how to drive baseline or towards the key. To do this, you hold the left trigger to post, then rotate the right stick around the bottom from the left to the right or right to the left. Whichever way you finish, the swing is the direction your player will drive. If done successfully, your player will get a clean path to the hoop. Now, if you don't end up with an easy lane, you still have a lot of moves at your disposal that I went over in our How to Finish at the Rim video, link down below. Guys who have reverse dunks in their arsenal are almost automatic in the paint if you successfully drive baseline on a defender. And this is also where patience is key, and not forcing a shot if your drive isn't successful is still very beneficial. Next is a counter to spinning off a defender, and that's the spin or drive step back. This builds off of you driving towards the hoop and hopefully gets the defender to bite on your drive or freeze them enough to create enough space for you to step back into your shot. Doing this enough or having your opponent know this is in your bag then opens up the drive a bit, as they won't sell out as much. So you can see how these moves go hand in hand. And can cause your user defender to jump when you step back because they believe you pulled your trick out on them already and it's time to sell out. All the while you stay in control, knowing a free lane to the hoop is possible when you do this move. And to perform it, you hold the left trigger to post, then also hold the right trigger and flick the right stick left or right in the direction you want to step back towards. Again, the odds of user defenders jumping trying to block your shot when you step back off of this is sky high. So don't think you have to shoot it 100% of the time. Next, we got the drop step, and this move aims to box out the defender down low as you spin around him to get a shot up. To pull it off, you hold the left trigger, aim the left stick left or right towards the hoop, and tap square or X on your controller. So depending on where you aim the left stick will decide the direction you drop step towards, which you mainly want to do opposite of your ball hand, so your player does an almost spin move looking thing because drop stepping on the same side of the ball isn't as effective. You want to perform it right after backing down the defender and hit the square X button while you're in the middle of drop stepping to take the ball straight up. If you don't hit the button again before you finish the animation, it will cause you to pump fake it. Next is the aggressive back down. That puts that extra strength into your post up. To perform this, you hold both the left and right triggers and aim the left stick towards the defender guarding you. And this will put extra oomph into your back down to get you closer to the rim faster. This works as intended if your big has a huge strength advantage on the guy guarding him. Next, we got the jab step back. And you do this by holding the left trigger and right trigger at the same time and flick the right stick up. This move is a nice pairing with the back down or aggressive back down as you lunge forward then step back to free yourself up for a shot or driving opportunity against an undisciplined defender. And the last post step back move is the straight step back. To do this, you hold both trigger buttons and flick the right stick down. Like the other two step backs, it can cause user defenders to jump and open up driving lanes for you. I like doing this as soon as the big gets the ball because he jumps straight back quickly to catch the defender off guard to pop into a shot. Now let's talk about how to do the post hook. You want to hold the left trigger, then stop moving with the left stick and then hold the right stick up and to the left or up and to the right of the hoop. The direction you aim is the side you will attempt the shot towards. Now we got the post shimmy hook, which aims to get the defender to freeze for a split second as you fake the other way before you go into your hook shot. To perform this move, you hold both the left and right trigger and then hold the right stick up and to the left or up and to the right of the hoop. So the only difference between this and the regular post hook is you're holding the right trigger as well this time. To pull off a post fade, you hold the left trigger on your controller and then hold the right stick left or right away from the hoop. So if you're on the left side of the court, aim the stick left, and if you're on the right, aim it right. Towards the middle, aim the right stick down, and your player will hit a fade on them. This move is a specialty of non-bigs in the post to get their shot off. If you're trying to do a back down on the defender and realize you're going nowhere, if your player can shoot a bit, a fadeaway is a nice counter against their stonewall defense. Next, we got the post shimmy fade, which, like the shimmy hook, only purpose is to buy time for you to get your shot off. You perform this by holding both the left and right trigger, and without moving the left stick, hold the right stick down and to the left or down and to the right. A regular fade, you hold it directly to the left or right, so this is different. This move is mainly effective against a computer as it's quite easy to guard versus humans. Now let's talk about the post hop, that you can do by holding the left trigger, move the left stick to the left, right, or straight down, and then tap square or X on your controller, and your player takes a big leap in whichever direction you aim towards. You also want to hit the shot button again before the animation ends, or else he will perform a pump fake. And lastly, the post dunk attempt. You want to hold both the left and right trigger buttons and then aim the left and right stick up to perform a dunk attempt. You want to attempt this when you're towards the middle, right in the restricted area to consistently get a dunk attempt animation. Now, outside of knowing all the moves, two of the keys to having success in the post is as soon as you pass it down low, take your time before you put the ball on the floor. If an off-ball defender suddenly is creeping towards you, don't start dribbling. Either pass it to the open guy or wait until he clears before you go to work. Another is knowing what type of player is guarding you. Going against a computer or a patient user defender, you might want to go straight up with a lot of your shots instead of pump faking because space is valuable. If the user is jump happy, they will jump at the first chance you get to put a shot up, so take advantage of that to give yourself even easier shots. So alright, sports gamers, I hope I was able to help you out, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask in the comments down below. Of course, badges, ratings, and animations can help or hurt each move, but with this video, I wanted to get the basics out of the way for you, so stay tuned here at Sports Gamers Online for more NBA 2K21 content. So make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't, so you don't miss anything we put out. Alright people, I'm Chris, thank you all for watching, and be good y'all.